Okay, let's go to my buddy Ben Bergquam. My buddy Ben Bergquam. He was at the airport, Shannon. He was at the
Yeah,
airport.
Little Rock Airport.
He's at the Little Rock Airport. I've been there many times. I used to live in Little Rock. But so my buddy Ben Bergquam, he was wearing his MAGA hat, and this person walked up to him and talked to him about his hat. And Ben Bergquam, being who he is, he pulled out his phone. Can I record what you have to say? So, of course, listen to this. This is a black man, which y'all can see. For those of you that can't see, if you're listening, this is a black man that's talking to Ben Bergquam. They have its interaction. Now, let me remind you, this is Biden's America. Remember, Bidenomics is supposed to be great for everybody. Listen to this.
What's your prayer for 2024?
Oh my God. You know, I saw a video and I'm really praying because I would say that what we're looking at today is a man, Donald Trump actually, who is against the odds. He's against the odds. And the only reason that I can say today that I can still support him is because he's not a politician. He can't be bought out because he already has money. And it seems like the whole world is against him. So for me, I think if America's going to have any chance at all, we better vote for Donald Trump. If anybody else gets in office, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. And so my prayer is that, first of all, the church would wake up, the preachers would wake up, and then the citizens of America can hear the voice of what's coming from those who really know God and know what we need in this nation. And so that's my prayer for America today.
God bless you.
Yep.
Hey, God bless you.
Great to meet you.
God bless you for real. And I was talking to my producer earlier, and I said, what do you think? Do you think that the Democrats... No, I didn't say, what do you think? I said, they have to be talking about all of these people, these black people, Hispanic people, Asian people, white people, showing up supporting President Trump where they weren't supporting him before. And for those of y'all that have been watching my broadcast, you've heard me constantly say that the reason why a lot of black people connect with President Trump is because it's like the entire world's after him. Well, all the Democrats, right? They're all coming after him. The federal government, he's the underdog. It's like they can relate. Some of y'all been watching, you say, well, you have said that. I've never talked to that young man that Ben Bergquam was talking to. I hope Ben got his number because I'm going to see if I can bring him on and talk to him. I'm gonna reach out to Ben and say, hey, I hope you got his phone number because I want to talk to him because more and more people need to know about this. But I said this when I was talking to her. I'm willing to bet that the Democrats behind closed doors are talking about all of the support that all these people are showing for President Trump. And it's not the fact that they don't know why, because they know why it's happening. What they're saying behind closed doors is, how do we stop it? How do we stop them from supporting President Trump? They know why people are like, because of the pocketbooks, going to the gas pump. Everyone knows why. The state of our economy, everybody knows why. They know why. They're talking about how do we stop it. Here's a prime example. Even illegal immigration, the border situation. Listen to this. This is out of Chiraq. And for those of you that don't know what Chiraq is, that is Chicago, like Iraq. You know, just all the destruction, all the shooting, Chiraq. Listen to this young lady here as she brings the hammer. And it's kind of a long video, so I might just have to stop it and kind of skip through it a little bit here because there's some really key points that I want you to hear, but all of it is phenomenal. This is going to have them in the uproar. Watch.
This morning I heard Mayor Brandon Johnson say that the sentiment in the black community is waning. A lie. The sentiment is not waning. We are not okay with you taking our resources and giving them to people who don't live here. As Mark stated before, you are preparing housing for them. One of the reasons that the city of Chicago was able to close 50 schools was because of the black flight. And the reason we had a black flight was because there is no affordable housing in this city. It is because the city of Chicago shut down the voucher system so that blacks who needed to get affordable housing could not. So they had no choice but to flee to other states. But now you found money
That's right.
We're calling foul.
They calling foul because they didn't find no reparations. They didn't find no reparation money, right? None of that ever happened. You had a lot of these black people out there screaming, talking about they want reparations. Even in Chirac, they were all screaming reparations, California, reparations, New York, reparations. But none of them are receiving any money, and actually they're losing out. And all the money that they wanted, that they feel they deserved, it should go to them for doing nothing, not even working, all of that money went to the illegals that's coming into their state. And now they're all upset. What did you think when you voted for Joe in the first place? Jim Crow, Joe 2.0. What were you thinking? See, this is the biggest thing that irks me with black people. And you know what? It's not even just black people, because a lot of white people, especially where I see it, is these white liberals in the media. Now all of them are starting to figure out that, well, maybe we shouldn't have been supporting Joe all this time. They're all slow. These people, they're slow to come to the realization of what's actually happening. You got to stop listening to the group of people that's constantly lying to you. Listen.
And then another thing you said was that the faith-based leaders were helping to bring around the sentiment. We haven't paid attention to faith-based leaders since Dr. Martin Luther King. And guess what? We're not listening to them now. We understand that they are bought and paid for. We understand that you control the narrative that they are trying to speak about. So let me just say this to you. We're not listening to them the same way we're not listening to you. What you're doing is not okay. And let me just say this other thing. Emerson Park is still closed. And our mayor has decided that because we didn't support migrants coming to our park, we just ain't gonna have a park. I call foul, Mayor. You love to stand around and talk about how you're a black man. That's all you are, is a black man. And we know that all black folks ain't skin folks. And those of us who didn't know that, you're giving us a great lesson. So we thank you for that. No, the sentiment has not changed. We are still for black people. We are still for this city supporting us. We're still for black people getting the same set-asides that these migrants are getting. Oh, excuse me, not migrants, because what they are is illegal foreign nationals. They are not migrants. They are not coming here legally. So just because you put lipstick on a pig, it's still going to be a pig. So we are not backing down. We were quiet for a minute. I know you thought that the sentiment has changed. It has not. And like I tried to remind people, not only did I support Brandon Johnson, not only did I campaign for Brandon Johnson, not only did I give him my money, but I want you to know two things. Number one, I'm not a fan. I have buyer's remorse. Number two, for any independent candidate in the city of Chicago, any Green Party candidate in the city of Chicago, and any Republican candidate in the city of Chicago, now is your time, because we are done with the Democratic Party. Brandon Johnson, Governor Pritzker, and President Biden have shown us what they think about the black community all over this country. And so we're standing here today.
Done. Oh, yes, I love to hear it. Black people saying that they're done with the Democrat Party. I love it. You know what? That is actually tickling my ears. Oh, my goodness, it sounds so good. Done with the Democrat Party. Done. Yes. I mean, I had to stop it because I completely agree. I completely understand. Done with these Democrats.
Okay, if that's what it is, we with it. We don't have to support the Democratic Party. Right. We don't have to continue to support people who are not going to support us. And the Democratic Party here in this city, in this state, and in this country is not supporting us. You got the Republicans on one side and the Democrats on the other side. Guess what? They're part of the same bird.
That's right, with two wings.
So it doesn't matter anymore which party we go with. But I'll tell you this, I'd rather deal with the snake that's outfitting himself of the Republican Party than the snake that's covered up in the Democratic Party.
That's right.
We're not going to continue to stand for this. We're not going to continue continue to allow our state representatives, our congressmen, our aldermen, and our mayor to let us know that we don't matter. Just like you're going to show us that we're going to matter, we're going to show you. It's going to be a great day in the city of Chicago when a Democratic convention comes here, and then they found out in March that a lot of black voters took Republican ballots.
Oh, I love it. You know what? I mean, you know what? Better late than never. Better late than never. I wish they would have realized this 4 years ago. I mean, I really do. I wish they would have figured this out 4 years ago. Yeah, before the, 2020. I wish they would have figured it out then.
But you know what?
Because they would be in a better situation now, not with the stinking mayors that they have, the stinking governors that they have, and Joe Biden, Jim Crow Joe 2.0, being in the White House. They would have had a better state right now. But no. This is why I told people before, President Trump had to be removed. There's a reason why President Trump had to be removed, because people could not see. See, if President Trump was there, they would still have jobs. President Trump was still there, the gas prices would have been low. President Trump would have been there, we would be in war, on verge of World War III right now. If President Trump would have been there, the border would have been secure and they wouldn't be complaining about this. But you had to remove President Trump out of the way to let all this corruption come in, to let all this happen. And now that all of it is happening, boop, a light bulb goes off and now they wake up and now they're realizing it. Imagine that. Imagine that. I love it. What were you going to say?
No, and I was just wanted you to bring up that point.
Oh, okay.
We talked about it earlier about Trump had to go in order for them to see the evil of the Democrat Party and how it really wasn't for them. It was a perfect time. And so now 2024 is going to be a triumph.
Oh, my goodness.
I believe
that
there's going to be a new patriotism that we haven't had in a long time since Obama.
Yeah,
Obama ruined it for us.
Yep. I think people,
and we're going to bring it back
because people are so fed up. Because they're doing all this stuff. Like, look, they kept screaming about reparations and they never came. But then all the money that they said that could have came, they're like, wait a minute, all this money could have came to us, but they're sending it to them. They're not even giving us the money. Not giving it to us, right? But listen to this one. Here's another one. Did you know the state of Florida, Shannon, that they were canceling their DNC there? The DNC, the Democrat National Convention?
I thought they were going to cancel it actually in Chicago because there was such an outrage.
Right, but they're canceling it in Florida of all places.
Well, they really don't have a chance in Florida.
Right. So I guess it is like, let's just drop it anyways, right? But listen to this. This is Karine Jean-Pierre.
Tell them to go to San Francisco.
Being asked a question about voter suppression. Listen.
In 2021, President Biden called Georgia's election law changes new Jim Crow laws that were antithetical to who we are. They imposed voter identification requirements, limited use of drop boxes, and gave state officials more power over local elections. And then in 2022, Georgia did have record turnout, but you had argued from the podium that there was voter suppression.
I remember that. You remember that? She was talking about voter suppression everywhere. Voter suppression in Georgia, voter suppression everywhere, voter suppression. Now, listen to what she's saying about voter suppression.
Does the White House still believe that that was true?
I don't have anything else to add from what I stated last time.
Wow.
Does the Florida party then effectively canceling the Democratic primary also constitute voter suppression? I can't speak to that. Why not?
You have to speak to the campaign or the DNC.
This is the primary, people.
Any thoughts on
I can't.
those voters
I
being?
can't speak to that.
Is it a bad checked or?
You're talking about 2024 election. You're talking about a primary. I'm just not going to speak to that.
These Democrats are evil. They don't want to have a primary because they're afraid of Joe Biden being primaried. I mean, think about it. There's other Democrats are like, nope, let's just shut it down. They'll go to no extent. They will go to no extent, people.
Patriot Johnson said it's not in her scrapbook. Thank you, Patriot Johnson.
Yeah, it's not in her scrapbook. So she don't have nothing. Yeah, it's not in her scrapbook.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking forward to January 2024. I tell you what.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to come out just pounding the Democrat Party, I hope. And
Well, we just
she's
got
flustered there. I can kind of tell she's like looking at him like what do I say here? What do I like? We're already talking about this. You know, so many of the questions that come at her are negative, or a negative look on the Democrat Party.
Yep. So let me play this other one for you. This is like a Muslim group out of, where is this?
That's out of Dearborn, Michigan.
Michigan. Listen
That a
to
huge
this.
event this weekend.
Yeah, listen to this. Listen to
Close
this.
off this press conference today, we are announcing that President Biden has lost the 2024 election. We are not powerless as American Muslims. We are powerful.
Here it is. He said Joe Biden has lost the 2024 election. So my question is who are they going to vote for? Because the reason why they're upset with Joe, Jim Crow Joe 2.0, is because he's showing support for Israel. That's the reason why they're against Joe. But President Trump, they named locations in Israel after President Trump. President Trump moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, telling the entire world that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. So my question again is, who are they going to vote for if it's not Jim Crow Joe 2.0?
We don't only have the money, but we have the actual votes. And we will use that vote to save this nation from itself.
They're going to use that vote to save the nation from itself. So who are they going to vote for?
You like the content Will Johnson is producing? To stay informed and up to date with the current events, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this one. Also, to find Will Johnson, visit www.uaf.media.